Tom Tugendhat's Tory leadership campaign mocked for the Turd acronym. We're going to read into this more from The Guardian, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from The Guardian with the headline that Tom Tugendhat's Tory leadership campaign has been mocked for Turd acronym. The former security minister's slogan altered after eagle-eyed social media users spot the scatological shorthanded. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share across social media so others are notified of this video. So you can clearly see here the old and the new one here. Together we can unite the party, we will trust and defeat Labour. TURD. So, and obviously they've changed it now to together we can unite the party, win, build trust, and win back the country. Highly embarrassing, that is indeed. This is... You really have got to cover yourself as a politician. And I have to say, obviously, at the time of this recording, guys, as of right now, Priti Patel has not announced her leadership contest. Suella Braverman has not announced hers. I believe Mel Stride has announced theirs. I believe James Cleverly, has announced theirs as well. I believe there was one other one that I'm pretty sure that hasn't stood up as well. But obviously, it feels like the leadership contests are starting. Kemi Baganout, as I'm pretty sure, has announced it as well. Or they haven't got the. Well, at the time of this recording, I believe there was issues with her website or something like with issues with her website. I believe that's at the time of this recording, obviously. So, so it looks like around about roughly 6 people maybe on the ballot, maybe on the leadership race here. Maybe not. Maybe 1 or 2 others. Maybe at the time, guys, you see this. The dark horse I have is Priti Patel. I think that she would be more level-headed than any others. I think Tom Tugendhat is supposed to be the moderate, and he said some rather silly. He has said some rather silly things. Suella Braverman is a nutter. Shouldn't be anywhere near power. And I don't think she's probably going to get anywhere near it. And I hope that she ends up just, running away to reform or something. I don't know. Because I just don't think she commands the respect of the Conservative Party. She said some things that are just too divisive. That's just my 2 cents on her. Kemi Baganout, I think, is a bit of a there are times where she's level-headed and there are times where she's a Looney Tune with some of the things that she says in there. Mel Stride, I don't pay much attention to Mel Stride, so I just can't comment. Robert Jenrick is another one that is likely to be declaring their leadership if they're not already. I just think he's very good when it comes to making speeches in Parliament because he doesn't look at a paper in front of him. That's about one thing, but can he unite the party? I'm not sure about him either. But this is a very embarrassing start if you're especially someone that's not to. Obviously, it's not really about what the public think in this perspective. It's about what the members and your fellow MPs think of you within the Conservative. And this is a very bad start for Tom. Yeah, pretty brown start for him. So from Donald Trump's Make America Great Again MAGA to Margaret Thatcher's There Is No Alternative Tina, political algorithms have long distilled what leaders stand for. Tom Tugendhat has now inadvertently created his own 4-letter card, Turd. The Tory leadership hopeful briefly adopted the slogan, Together we can unite the party, we will trust, defeat Labour. And when he launched his bid on Wednesday, a graphic breaking down the 4 lines was visible on his campaign website. Eagle-eyed social media users spotted the first letters of each line spelled out the algorithm Turd. By Thursday morning, it had been changed to Together we can unite the party, rebuild trust, and win back the country. Sources close to the former security minister leadership team told the Telegraph that online graphic scenes are regularly altered as imagery and messaging are perfected during the early stages of the campaign, adding that this change had nothing to do with the inadvertent algorithm. Nonsense. This definitely had to do with it. I don't buy that for a second. Tugendhat becomes the second Conservative MP to formally announce their candidacy for the party leadership on Wednesday, after the former Home Secretary James Cleverly. Tugendhat, a figure from the Tories' One Nation group, appeared to pitch the party's right-wing membership in a column announcing his candidacy, saying he would be willing to leave the European Convention on Human Rights. I'm not going to go into the ECHR thing, guys. It's absolute nonsense for anyone who wants to do that. I'm telling you right now, if you are someone who advocates for that, you are advocating to have your human rights taken away from you. You are advocating for your children's human rights taken away from you. Go and do some research on the ECHR if you want to know more about it. But that is what you are advocating if you generally believe that the ECHR will actually be good for the UK. You are literally saying that you are giving up your own human rights in doing so. It's a fundamental fact. He has said in October that leaving the convention would have consequences for the Good Friday Agreement, the Windsor Framework, and a devolved administration. Speaking to GB News, Tugendhat said he had a track record of delivering for the British people. He denied saying that he's changed the position on the ECHR with political opposition, saying, "No, I've been very, very clear that I'm prepared to make any decision that will keep the British people safe." The former Immigration Minister, Robert Jenrick, submitted his nomination on Thursday. The party has set out a timetable for the extended leadership contest on Monday, stating that nominations will close next week. Tory MPs will reduce them to a short list of 4 candidates in September, who will each make their pitch to grassroots members at the party conference in October. So that's quite a couple of months away. So that's about 3 months away, guys. So there's quite a long way between here and now, at the time of this recording, obviously, to that party conference. So the leaders who get the nominations in, who get enough people behind them, can then obviously start their campaign and whatnot and try and win leadership. Obviously, Rishi Sunak obviously is just sitting there riding the wave. He doesn't want to be there for too long. I think he's pretty sure of that. That first Prime Minister's questions of him showed that he's just throwing softballs. Whether he's going to throw bigger balls in the next future Prime Minister's questions is up for debate. But as for those runners and riders, I think their strongest person is actually Priti Patel out of all of them, because she's been very quiet. She's not been somebody who's been shouting and screaming, making unnecessary rhetoric. I think she's a lot smarter than some of the other ones. And I think if the Conservatives were smart, they would probably back her. Whether they will or not, I don't know. I'm not saying that she's a good person in any way, shape or form. No. That's not what I'm suggesting. But I'm saying if the Conservatives wanted a strong candidate, a strong leader, I think she would be the strongest out of all of them. Out of all those ones there. But it's going to, obviously, we'll keep an eye on it and cover it whenever possible. But yeah, Tom's not gonna get the nod. Even if this algorithm, I can't say the word, but even if that hadn't happened, guys, he still wouldn't get it. He's just not popular enough with the majority of the Conservatives and the members. He's just not. He does have his group, but he doesn't have enough of the backing. He's not going to win over. He's not going to win over the right wing. He's just not. So, guys, what do you guys make of the mock-up of Tom Tugendhat? What do you guys make of his Turd slogan? Do you think that his campaign is over before it's even started? Did you actually think that maybe he would have a chance, as he is considered a more moderate Conservative to others? Let me know your thoughts and more in the comment section down below. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. Share it across social media so others are notified of this video, and subscribe because it really does help support the channel. And if you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you could do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.